Namaste. I am here to discuss with you again a class 10, chapter 3, Resistance and Rebellion, Characteristics and Analysis. For today's class or discussion, let us discuss about the topic, the Chuar Rebellion 1798 to 99. So before we begin this Chuar Revolution or rebellion, let us understand the word Chuar. The word Chuar means Adivasis, the tribes. यो चुहार भनेको चाहिँ को हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ यिनीहरु चाहिँ आदिवासीहरु हो. Now where they lived भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ उनीहरु कहाँ बसोबास गर्थे? Where are these people used to live भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ they used to live in Bankura district and Midnapur district. कति फैलिएर बसेको थियो भन्दा चाहिँ साउथ वेस्ट अफ बांकुरा टु नर्थ वेस्ट अफ मिदनापुर मा जति पनि बस्ने आदिवासीहरु थिए यिनीहरुलाई चाहिँ हामी चुहार भन्ने गर्दछौं. So Chuar were the Adivasis who used to live in Bankura southwest district and from south to west district as well as from in Midnapur north to west. So people used to live under that area. These Adivasis used to call the Chuar. Now, why this Chuar revolution took place in the year of 1798 to 99? कुन कारणहरुद्वारा चाहिँ यो चुहार रेभोल्युसन चाहिँ सुरु भए त गरिए त भए त भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ let us discuss about the causes. Before that, let us discuss who was the person who led this Chuar revolution. The leader of this Chuar rebellion was Durjan Singh. So under the leadership of Durjan Singh, this Chuar rebellion took place. So the causes, कारणहरु चाहिँ के थिए त भन्दाखेरि now first is oppression by the British rulers like moneylenders and contractors. Now as per our knowledge, Adivasis, these Chuhar were the very simple people who used to live in this district of Midnapur and Bankura, and they were oppressed by the moneylenders, even by the contractors, local zamindars. They used to dominate. Now they were dominating these Chuhars. So Chuhars were dominated by them. So when they started to dominate, these Chuhar were not able to resist. उनीहरुलाई सहन गर्ने शक्ति भएन नि त, उनीहरुलाई सहन गर्ने शक्ति भएन नि त, उनीहरुलाई पुरा डोमिनेट गरे नि त, दबाएर राखे, आश्वासन नराख्दा चाहिँ उनीहरु के भयो, रिभोल्ट गर्न लागि, रिबेलियनको लागि उनीहरुले आफ्नो भोइस उठाए. 1798 मा उनीहरु के भयो, अब उनीहरुले आफ्नो भोइस निकाल्यो. So now another main reason for this Chuhar rebellion was high rate of land revenue. अब यो land revenue भनेको चाहिँ के हो भनेको जमिनको तिरो तिर्नु पर्ने. अब जस्तै अहिले एक्जाम्पल दिनु भन्दाखेरि तिमीहरु कसैको घरमा एउटा रुम लिएर बस्यो भने त्यसको हामीले के तिर्नु पर्यो, रुम रेन्ट त तिर्नु पर्यो नि त. अब त्यसरी नै this Chuhars were also has to pay the land revenue, but they were paying in low amount, but suddenly their land revenue system was put on high. अब उनीहरुले कम्ती तिरो तिर्दै गरेको अचानक तिरो बढाइदियो. अब जस्तै हामीलाई एक्जाम्पल दिनु भन्दा कुनै चीज हामीले 10 रुपैयाँमा किन्दैछौं भने एकैचोटी त्यो 20 रुपैयाँ भयो भने हामीले सोच्छौं त किन भयो के भयो भनेर. In the same way, these Chuhars were paying a low land revenue, but suddenly they started to pay high. They have to pay high because the British legislation was made. And British ले उनीहरुको नियम विधि विधान बनाइदियो त हाई पे गर्नुपर्ने भन्दा गरी चाहिँ this Chuhar started to raised their voice, and this was the main cause behind this Chuar Rebellion of 1798 to 99. Now let us see the another cause, rent for Paikan by British. Let us understand the word Paikan. What do you mean by Paikan? Now, in those days, these Chuars, Adivasis, Chuars were made as a personal or security or a police, a guard बनाउँथे नि त लोकल जमिनदारहरुको लागि. जुन जमिनदारहरुको उनीहरु लोकल पर्सनल भएपछि चाहिँ उनीहरुले चाहिँ अब यो पाइकान भन्ने एरिया जहाँ चाहिँ पैसा तिर्नु पर्दैन उनीहरुले बसेको त्यो ठाउँमा उनीहरुलाई राख्थ्यो हैन, त्यो एरियामा राख्थ्यो. त्यो चाहिँ रेन्ट फ्री ल्यान्ड हो जुन चाहिँ पाइकान भनिन्छ. त्यसमा बस्दा गरी चाहिँ अब जो पनि पर्सनलहरु छ, अरु चाहिँ हैन, तर गार्डहरु छ, जो पनि पर्सनल छ, पुलिस पर्सनल छ, जमिनदारहरुको लोकलको, अब उनीहरुले चाहिँ त्यहाँ बस्दा गरी चाहिँ पैसा तिर्नु पर्थेन. But suddenly when British put the rent over the Paikan land, this Chuar started to revolt. They raised their voice and it led the Chuar Rebellion of 1798 to 99. Now other causes say their zamins were to be taken. जमिनदारहरुको जमिनहरु लगिन्थ्यो, यो चुहारहरुको जमिन लगिन्थ्यो ब्रिटिश गभर्नमेन्टले हैन. उनीहरुलाई हाई ट्याक्स गरेर अब पे ट्याक्स नगरेर उनीहरुको जमिन लगेर चाहिँ के गरिन्थ्यो, अक्सन लाइन्थ्यो, इलामी हैन. उनीहरुलाई अब जोले किन्नु सक्छ त्यसले किन्नु पर्ने थियो जमिन. अब त्यस्तो इलामी लाइदिएपछि चाहिँ के गर्यो, अब यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ उनीहरुको यो Chuars हैन, Chuars, they started to lose their land, so that also they fought against the British government. This also another cause which lead for the Chuar Rebellion. Now let us see the outcome of this Chuar Rebellion. Chuar Rebellion को outcome चाहिँ के भयो त, यसको परिणाम चाहिँ के आयो त हैन. अब now this Chuar were they fought, they raised their voice against the British government. Now what were the outcome of this Chuar Rebellion? Means now first stopped the takeover of the Paikan land. अब यो Paikan land मा चाहिँ के गर्यो मैले भनिहालेँ अघि, they were paying the tax. Actually they should not take that tax, but they have to pay the tax was made by the government. The rule was made like that by the government हैन. जुन जमिनमा चाहिँ बसेर उनीहरुले पैसा तिर्नु पर्थेन त्यसमा त उनीहरुले पैसा तिर्नु पर्यो. तर अब उनीहरुले के गर्यो, जब पनि यो रिबेलियन भएर उनीहरुले जब पनि रिभोल्ट गर्यो तब यो पाइकान ल्यान्डमा उनीहरुले के गर्नु परेन, they don't have to pay the tax. They don't have to pay the land tax. Okay, now another outcome was concession were made to the zamindars. अब जमिनदारले जुन तिरो टाइममा तिर्नु पर्ने थियो, जुन तिरो चाहिँ उनीहरुले तिर्नु पर्ने थियो, जुन तिरोमा चाहिँ उनीहरुले कति सक्थेन तिनीहरुमा चाहिँ उनीहरुलाई के भयो, अब कन्सेसन भयो. So these are what we need to discuss. So overall, when we see this, this rebellion, when we see this discussion about it, let us not forget about our main cause. Main cause was the land revenue system. Okay, thank you so much.